Hello everyone. Uh, in this video, I'm going to take the review of last 1 year stocks which we have discussed on this channel. It will be just an overview of the stocks which we had discussed over the past 1 year and the current state of the stocks and the current state of the market and what could be the probable strategy in upcoming months. So let's start with the green panel. It's one of the pick which we took last year in the around month of April. From that point, it was around 2,208 rupees a year ago, and today it is more than 500 rupees in this market, which has fallen sharply from around 18,000 levels Nifty. So it's a typical stock which categorized as a consistent compounder, and in this quarter also the company delivered phenomenal results. I keep on posting on my community page the important results. Going forward, they are expand. They have expansion plans, but it is not yet declared by the company. So once that plans are declared, uh, the company is in a position to get re-rated. Even the Sher Khan brokerage firm has given the target of 700. So, good stock, good company, MDF segment. All these details about MDF, what is the use and all these things are already discussed on the channel over the last 1 year. And the uses of MDF potential in medium density fiber wood is all there on this channel. You can very well go through all those videos. That was one of the key company which over the past year which has delivered more than 100% return even today, and it went to above 600 level. From that it has fallen to 500 level as of today. Then we discuss a good number of companies. One of them is Polycab, leader in the wire and cable industry. Again, a company when I discussed it was around 1300. Today, even in such market, it is trading around 2500. Very good results in this quarter. The revenue has increased by around 30%. And although there is no much gain on a profit front, but the company is positioned very well to grab a long-term opportunity. In case of green panel, the result was phenomenal. The quarterly profit stands at 80 crore rupees, only quarter four profit. So very good numbers from green panel, and the key point in that green panel is about the expansion plan. So that we are awaiting. The management has not yet come out with any plans as such. Then we discussed Gland Pharma, one of the companies which I discussed on the channel. The IPO was around 1500 rupees. It listed around 1700, and the company went. I mean, the stock went to till to 4500, and it is now around trading around 3000. This quarter company is not, I mean, revenue side grown by 25%, but net profit grown only 10% YOY. Still, the company is one of the rare companies which we can find in the pharma space. The typical point, I mean, the typical aspect of the company is that it is a contract manufacturer for big companies, and the market for the company, major market is in US, Europe, highly regulated markets. So their company is doing very well. Although this Sputnik 5 vaccine, which they plan to produce, and then this Russia-Ukraine war, and the consequent, you know, events led to some pressure on the company. Then Sputnik 5, what happened then for the that vaccine manufacturing, that is not yet cleared. The company already put in place the required infrastructure, and then suddenly this war started, and this Sputnik is from Russia, and those things triggered some downgrading in the stock. The parallel comparison of this stock is Divi's Labs. That stock also has corrected significantly. So we can say that there is something going on, as these companies are exporting on a large basis. So due to the international tension, there is some concern on the export front, and that is one of the reason that company is not doing well as of now. Although it is up from the IPO price, even today it is 100% profitable, but still company seems very promising, and yet there could be few quarters which are not good for any company, but management numbers, debt, their debt level, their cash flows is very very fine. So that is uh, the state of Gland Pharma. Then we discuss KPIT or Technologies, one of the rare companies in the Indian market which is doing uh, software and artificial intelligence mobility solutions to the vehicles, electric vehicles, and softwares in the cars, commercial vehicles. Again, a company which is uh, worth noticing and worth keeping in your watch list portfolio. Think that when I discussed KPIT, it was around 333. Today it is, if I am not wrong, it is around 500. So even in this market, it went up to 700 or 800. Again, a promising company. Everything is fine. I think more than 1,000 crore cash is there on its books. So again, a good company. Then we discussed about the MapMy India, a rare company, rarest of the rare company, a platform model, profitable company, good result, very strong growth in revenue. But on a valuation front, it seems very high. In fact, when I say latent view analytics, RedGain, MapMy India, such companies are tech companies, pure play tech companies. You will find the valuation is always on a higher side. In case of RedGain also, I think it is showing profit in only in this quarter. Over the past many quarters, the company were not profitable on a PAT basis, but it is now profitable. Very very less profit, but these tech companies have a different valuation models, and they have different business setup. Basically, MapMy India is very, I mean, the only competitor is Google Maps, and it is not from India. It's not an Indian company, Google. So definitely, it is not preferable on a many from many companies, and particularly government. One of the key client of this MapMinder is government itself. GST network is a client, and I think some road ministry is also client. So this company is a platform company, can drive profit phenomenally high if it scales rapidly. So good company. Stock was high on 1700, 1800 side, and now it is around 1300, 1400 range. Again, a good company. Whenever market falls, it's not that if companies start correcting on a sharp basis, it is like it's not doing well. It is, the company is good, everything is good. Business doesn't change in a day or two or in a quarter or two. Either when you come across any structural problem in terms of management, product, or some serious issues, then only you should think about the selling that particular stock. Uh, Without that, it's just because the stock is correcting, market is correcting, and you are thinking about selling stock. That is not a convincing strategy. Similarly, about RedGain, it's a very good company. In fact, a small cap company from a tech space which is having a very high exposure to US and European markets. A very promising company, financials are in place, and the entire IPO capital, the money which they raise from IPO is still lying with them as it is. They haven't utilized much of those funds. So in coming months we can see the utilization of those funds, and that may trigger the stock as well as the business. And as the COVID concerns are now decreasing, the travel industry is again booming, travel and tourism. So RateGain is one of the promising stock in on our channel, and it's doing well. The results are also good. It's profitable now. So again, and I think you should go through the annual reports or the financials declared every quarter, so that it brings the much required confidence in you to hold the stock or to keep investing in the stock. Stock is trading around 300. I think when we discussed it was around 350. It went to 500 or so, and it's again down to 300. Again, I would say it's a good company. Then we have Adani Wilmar. On the last day of IPO filing, I discussed this company, very promising. It was listed at discount, but it went like anything 700, 800 from 240, 230. One of the stellar IPO listings in past many years, and it will continue. It's a good company. Business model is strong. Adani Group and the supporting ecosystem of Adani ports like logistics and port. It's very critical for the company. One more thing, Wilmar is multinational company, has a good leverage in the international edible oil market, which is a 50% partner of this Adani Wilmar. So that is, I already pointed out in that video that this will definitely keep the company's valuations on a upper side, and it is still on a higher side. You should not compare it with any other edible oil company like Ruchi Soya. Ruchi Soya is good company, by the way. Whatever happened in last few months, it's a good company, but on a multinational company, international presence is always something which gets rewarded in the market. So and moreover, the supporting infrastructure of the Adani ports is with the Adani Wilmar. So good company again, and it has given around 200% return. So that's good company. Shivalik Biometal, I think 141 when I was discussing this company on the channel. Today it is 430 or so. That is also today it is sharply corrected by 10%. Yesterday it was trading around 500 rupees. So good results Q4, but maybe the market is not factoring. Market was expecting something more. Expansion plans in line. It's going to expand the company capacity. All there are very positive news about the company. Export market is very strong. It is exporting to US, and the YOY growth in the US market is 70% for Shivalik Biometal, a very small cap company which is now uh, in this electric ecosystem, electric vehicles, battery management, smart metering. These biometal strips are very critical component, and it is one of the key company from that space. I think you should go deeper and understand this company better. Uh, Financial side is comfortable, not much debt. Only thing is that promoter is having relatively less holding because there was some financial trouble. So promoter diluted some stake. So today the promoter is not holding much, but definitely a company which is worth noticing in the Indian market. Then we have Jbm Auto, recently discussed on the channel, very promising company. Way back around 8 to 10 years ago, I was tracking this company. That time it rose around 10 times in a matter of 3 4 months. So again, electric vehicle space, electric buses, and entire automobile assembly, automobile spare parts, auto parts, vendors of the big companies. So this company is having presence across India in all major automobile manufacturing hubs. It's again a company which is worth noticing from the small cap space. Adani Ports, very good company, Nifty 50 company. and it might not have given much returns on a stock price in terms of stock price, but a company is very strong, and it was never a growth company. It is a very stable company, but the business is very very important to add value in other businesses. As I said, transshipment port. When I discussed this company is one of the key infrastructure project from this company for entire India, which is coming up in Kerala. And if that big, you know, materialize, and the kind of revenue it will generate and the kind of importance it will have in India's logistical infrastructure will be tremendous. So Adani Ports is clear cut, a very strong fundamental company from a long term point of view. It might not have given any return in last past 1 year, but that doesn't make this company, a substandard company or not a preferable company. A very good company, very very good company from the logistics space, and it's such a huge company. Although the debt level is high, but the growth, profitability, profit margins are exceptionally high. So that makes company a unique company. Then recently listed company Delivery. I did not discuss it on a video, but on a community post I said it is one of the promising companies. I am very bullish on the entire logistics sector. So Adani Ports, Delivery, Mahindra Logistics, Gati Logistics, or Aegis, or there are many companies in the logistics space. Even when I say Blue Dart, uh, then many companies are there. The entire logistics sector is witnessing turnaround, and it will, and particularly the end-to-end delivery is very critical. Even Zomato turns out to be a hyper logistic company from the kind of business they do from that point of view. So Zomato, Gati, Adani Ports, this entire companies are in a very uh, sweet spot. But the point is that which company is able to take the leverage and have a strong play. In fact, I discussed Shankara Build Pro. That is also partly a logistic company having a good warehousing capacity. Adani Ports, Delhi Delivery. These companies are having tremendous capacity, warehousing capacity, and supporting entire e-commerce revolution and retail sector. So I think this logistics space is something where we should keep a very close watch, including Mahindra Logistic, Gati Logistic, Gateway, District Parks. Many companies are there. I am just recollecting few names. All these companies are very good. You have to track consistent performer, consistent profitability, expansion plans, innovation. If you are able to spot these few characteristics in any company, I think that is a company which you should hold for a long term. Then DMart, exceptional company in entire Indian market retail sector. Already discussed on the channel, consistent compounder. The stock it's fallen from 5,000 to 3,000, and again it is 4,000. So every dip was a buying opportunity, and it's just that those who missed it opportunity, it's just you missed it. It's only a learning lesson that next time when you see any fall in such good companies, do buy on dips. It's always advisable to keep some cash in your portfolio. Keep the cash in portfolio, not with you. Let it be in a trading account, but there has to be certain cash with you always, so that you can always take a leverage of this such uh, falls in the market. Pitti Engineering, again a small cap company. I think it was discussed around, it was 250 or so, 250, or I think 200, something like that. A good company, but debt on was on a higher side. But interesting company. They were able to reduce the debt to considerable extent. Company is doing good, good results. Expansion plans are there, and this stator, electric stator, and these components will be in high demand for upcoming number of years. Latent View Analytics, a very unique company, turns out to be highest subscribed IPO in Indian markets till date. I think it is subscribed 300 or times, something like that, 323 times. So very good company. It's fallen from 700 or 800 to 400. As I said just now, I have discussed about DMart. Again, a opportunity to buy Latent View Analytics. Good company. Data analytics and data science, this space, I think I don't think there are much companies. This turns out to be one company. Happiest Mind was one-on-one comparison of Latent View Analytics, but still I don't think Happiest Mind is one-on-one comparison for Latent View. Happiest Mind is again a good company. Uh, the promoter is well known in IT industry, Mr. Suta, and it's that company also did well from the listing, from the IPO, and again it is trading at 800, 900. Latent View is good company. I think from the long term perspective, from the very long term perspective, I think you should look at this company from that angle. 400 or so price is very attractive. I think today I think it was trading around 400. So give a thought on this. Very good company. Shankara Build Pro platform company provides building materials to in South India, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Karnataka. Very rare business model. I think we discussed around 500 or 400, so it was 800. It went to 800, 700. I don't know what is the price now. But again, a company which is worth noticing. Good in terms of financials and good business model. VST tillers discussed long back. Tillers, power tillers, and one of the key takeaway was it invested in US company which is making electric tractors and mobility solutions, AI in this farming equipments, electric farming equipments. So again, something unique on that front. It was around 2000, it went to 3000, and again it is, I think, corrected around 2500 or 2200. Something you should keep in your watch list. Borosil Renewables company makes solar power panels, glass, solar glasses. Again, a unique company, uh, monopoly sort of company. There is no one-on-one competitor in the market, and the glass market was grossly dominated by China. The entire renewable energy is turning, this entire ecosystem of electric ecosystem is turning towards renewable energy, and there are companies which will find tremendous growth opportunities in that, and definitely Borosil Renewables is one of the company. Shakti pumps, we discussed again from the same solar space. Solar pumps make solar pumps, but it didn't do well. I think it went down from 600 to 400 or 500. So company went down in terms of stock price went down, but the company's product is very promising. Solar pumps, and it did very well when we discussed the company in last 2 3 quarters, but not now. It's under pressure. So you have to be cautious when it comes to such companies. Keep in the watch list. If you hold the stock, keep the don't add don't add the companies, because manufacturing and this fluctuation is, and it's a very small cap company, so we really have to look how the company turns. So I would be cautious. I'll give you a caution call on this. You have to keep very close watch and do not invest unless and until the numbers are not in place. When we discussed, the numbers were very good, but since then, consistently over the quarters, the company is not able to perform very well. So that is okay, but company and management should give some forecast about the futuristic plans and the financial numbers. So this company you keep aside. If you have stocks, you can switch, but as of now, I think it is something we should put on a caution note. MTAR exceptional company. discussed very long back when the channel was started, and it did very well. It was IPO that time. It was IPO, and I think 1500, 1800, it went to 1500, 1800. IPO was around 400, 500. So good performance of the company. MTI exceptional, makes the precision metal parts for space nuclear power plants. Major client is government agencies. Dixon Technologies, again very long back when the channel was started, it was very first videos we discussed Dixon, and the profit margins gives caution call, very less profit margin, and since then it didn't move much. So as expected, you can track the company. It fallen very sharply. It is in the contract manufacturing. Profitability is less. Cash flow, debt is also increasing. So I think should stay away from this company. Again, it's your call. You do your own research and then take a call. Tata Consumer Products, very good company, consistent compounder, vast portfolio of products. E-commerce, retail boom will definitely help this company to move it. Tata Sampanna brands, the brand name is uh, percolating in many other areas apart from food grains. So good company, consistent compounding stock. Again, these companies are like Nifty 50 companies, so we have to really have a long-term view. Alchem Laboratories, good company from pharma space. There is no doubt, very strong retail presence. Company did well, but not that good. I think it was around 3,200, 3,000. This around same bracket. So, but still, the company has very good presence, and I would recommend you to hold and keep close watch on this company. Kaplan Point, recently discussed company. This turns out to be interesting company. 1100 crore market cap, interesting company, and pharma space again, a very strong presence in export market. You have to see whether the company is delivering a very good numbers. By the way, they control the entire pharma chain, but not a very strong presence with when it comes to the US and European market. Not very strong presence. They are present in this regulated market as well, but that is something futuristic. Kaplan Point, small cap. If you have to pick up something from a small cap space, 1100 crore market cap, Kaplan Point is something which you should keep very close watch. You can hold the stock, you can purchase the stock, and keep a close watch. Atlanta's big specialty chemical company discussed on the channel. It is around the same stock price is around the same bracket, but interesting company, multinational company, and it turned out to be a very exceptional company. Things turn like renewable energy, electronic manufacturing. There could be a very good demand for this company. 3M India, again multinational company, exceptionally well company, but it went down. It came down from 23,000 to 18,000 or 19,000, 20,000. Again, this is not a stock price that determines companies' performance. It's exceptional company, American company, and the products are like in thousands of products are in the market. It can trigger anytime. It can trigger. So again, something which we should keep a close watch. Siemens, again some same company like 3M India. We need not explain what is Siemens. It is present everywhere and exceptionally well in executing the complex projects. Then Anthony Waste, a company which we discussed in the initial days of the channel. Company did well. It went down to 240. Again, it is bounced back to 300. There was some income tax rates on the company, but waste management is a rare business, and hardly any company you will find is present in this waste management sector. Many startups are struggling to find a presence, relevance in this sector, but this company is there, functional across India, North, Delhi, NCR, Noida, Maharashtra, Pune, Mumbai. I think there is a recent contract from Nasik, South, Bangalore, Chennai, all those areas. I think this there is hardly any company where, apart from that Massachusetts Institute of Technology (MIT) from US, their university fund has is having 7% stake in the company. So exceptional companies should keep a close watch. Very small cap company, market cap is around 600 700 crore. Interesting company. Apart from that, Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv, Asian Paints, KEI Industries, Wires. Always look at the second and third player also in the industry. KEI turns out to be a second leading player in the cables and wires. Polycab being first. Phenolics Cables is there. Phenolics Industries is there when it comes to pipes. Prince Pipes, also one of the company which we discussed on the channel, didn't do well. The stock didn't do well, but again, it's a promising company. Astral is a market player. So this was the overview of entire companies which we discuss. Of course, you have to choose from the number of companies. It's not that you can keep 50 companies in your portfolio. You have to keep only 10 to 12 companies and heavy investment in only 4 5 companies. Then only your portfolio will show some sort of returns which you can feel that this is kind of return which is worth noticing. Otherwise, it will be even out the all the returns which you get. So there are many interesting companies coming up in the IPO market as well. So thank you for watching the video, and keep a track of this channel. I would most of the times I share on the community page now, text messages, and rarely I will make video. But whatever I discuss, whenever I come across any interesting company or interesting things, I'll share. But mostly now through the text messages on the YouTube community page. Do follow this channel, subscribe to the channel so that you keep getting those messages. Thank you.